1993, May 4, 1993, okay. Interesting, alright. What's this video? Oh, it's Georgie. George? Okay. Forgot this part here, this intro. It's been many years since I even seen this stuff. Okay. It is a very, very long video, so I might stop it and try another video in a bit.
Hello, my name is George Hathaway. We're in the Toronto laboratory of Hathaway Consulting Services. And this lab that you see around you is set up to investigate new concepts in physics and engineering, especially those that are directly related to novel energy and propulsion technologies. By far the most advanced and unusual such non-conventional energy technology that I have ever witnessed is the Hutchison effect. This video will try to document Hutchison's research and suggest basic physical theories which might help understand and explain what I have called the Hutchison effect. Much of the work at this laboratory in Toronto is meant to try to help investigate and elucidate the physics underlying the Hutchison effect. This presentation will be divided into several different sections, each of which will proceed more or less chronologically. The first section will describe what is meant by the Hutchison effect itself and give a brief background. Next, you'll see some of the early film footage that was taken by myself and mostly by John Hutchison late at night from 1980 to 1985 timeframe. Then I should discuss my personal involvement with John Hutchison via a company that was set up to understand and try to develop the Hutchison effect. Following this, you'll see later results from the 1988 to 1989 timeframe, point at which John was involved with another company in Vancouver, British Columbia. In 1988, I formally presented the Hutchison effect at an international symposium on new energy technology, which was held in Hull, Quebec, Canada. And at that time, I suggested that several physicists whose work should be investigated be contacted to see whether they could help to understand what is going on. And I also appealed to scientists generally to help to elucidate the concepts and the physics behind the Hutchison effect. Finally, I'll conclude with a summary of the Hutchison effect, giving possible and potential applications of the effect, and providing some future directions and recommendations.
I think this is the video Ian Gazda got from Hathaway, because George didn't, or made a copy. I don't know, I forget all the details, but anyway, it's a very long video, and I should be doing other things today, but I thought I'd give it a try with this VCR and see if all these tapes still work. Plasticization, gravitation. Okay. 1993, I was actually in Germany. Was it night? Yeah, I was. For a short time.
This section shows the various aspects of catastrophic disruption of materials, just one of a number of different kinds of effects that are possible with the Hutchison apparatus, and will serve to introduce the various other forms of unusual energetic activity which occur when the Hutchison apparatus is operating. There are a number of different kinds of effects that the Hutchison apparatus is capable of, including the kinds of severe disruption and catastrophic fracturing of materials you see in front of me here, as well as other unusual lifting and levitation phenomena, including the levitation of objects of virtually any material weighing up to 20 to 30 kilograms, and the kinds of lifting and movement phenomena can be divided into several categories, which you will see in the various film clips that will be presented during this video. Some of those are divided into categories such as the sudden taking off of rather heavy material in a powered takeoff mode, the hovering mode where material objects will sit and hover mid-air, a slow looping arc, almost like you say a Coriolis arc, and a translation sideways or pressing down, in fact. Along with those levitation and molecular disruption phenomena, there are a number of other apparently unrelated phenomena that occur with the Hutchison effect apparatus, including unusual luminescent phenomena, as well as plasticization of materials not quite fracturing, such as you see here, and other phenomena including magnetic anomalies and unusual pressure effects, all capable of being produced by the Hutchison apparatus at low average power and at a distance from the material itself. My involvement in the Hutchison effect stems from an early discussion with John Hutchison in 1981 and has carried on in various forms until the present day. The Hutchison effect, to me, still represents the most unusual congregation of activity in one general setup that I've ever witnessed, and I hope that this video will help others to understand the breadth of phenomena going on in the Hutchison effect, as well as stimulate them to try and duplicate the effect, as well as to promote the beneficial use of the technology for future generations. The effect itself will be shown in these videos and the clips that you're about to see, spanning the time period from 1981 to 1989, and most of the phenomena that you see have taken place in the laboratory, various laboratories of John Hutchison through this time period in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. You will see various samples, as you're seeing now, as well as still photos and video clips, both from Super 8 videos, Super 8 films rather, and videos made during the operation of the Hutchison apparatus during its transformations from its earliest stages in 1981 to its last incarnation in 1989.
That was redone in 2000 or something? Yeah, okay, let's see. Self-educated, well, I guess you could say that. Interest in others besides Tesla, of course. Many other old-timers. Lots of them. Fascinating. Vintage gadgetry, Captain. Okay, let's see what maybe in this video is what a friend of mine.
John Hutchison has a long history of experimentation with various kinds of scientific and electrical apparatus. He lives in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada at the moment, and he started his career in electrical tinkering.
Okay, it's quite long, guys. It's hours and hours. Let's see if I can fast forward and maybe find something of interest here.
From Morse code sets to Army surplus oscillators and vacuum tube voltmeters and various
1993, then in 94, I got involved with warships. Okay, let's see, play, fast, rewind, fast forward. I mean, it's so long, I'm almost.
For a friend of his, that he started to observe unusual phenomena in his basement laboratory in Vancouver. John himself is a self-educated.
I know, something like that. Overglorified scrap collector, George. Come on.
Alex Pizarro became involved with the Hutchison phenomenon and John Hutchison himself, and that started a long involvement with a number of people, including myself, through Alex Pizarro on the West Coast in Vancouver.
See what I mean? A very long video on my iPad. I don't know how much video I can put in this. I already put the other one in.
A bit by myself and Alex Pizarro.
Keep on rolling. I mean, to get this properly uploaded would be. What's this?
Impossible feat, by the way. Overlooking.
Wow, this brings back memories.
There's the main control panel.
Wow.
The Vandegraaff. The ballast. Now a quick pan.
Yeah, this on YouTube, I think somewhere. Let's keep on rolling. Fast, fast, fast. Wow, what a... Oh, I've always been like a squirrel, huh?
And in a few minutes I'm going to show a video clip of some very early Hutchison experiments from that time period.
Wow, okay, George.
Pizarro and myself, a Super 8 camera, and said, "Go to it, John. Here's a..."
Oh, it's a very long video. I'm going to fast forward, sorry. But someday I'll probably get it uploaded with in color for you folks, if you are interested at all. I don't know.
During the early trials, to predict what was going to happen to the actual pieces of test apparatus. It also must be stressed that the whole apparatus in its early phase, namely the 1981 to 1983 time frame, which we're about to see, was powered from a single 110 volt, 10 amp to 15 amp wall socket, and it's therefore characterized by having a very low average power consumption. But since it did have storage capacitors and inductors in the... It was quite close on, and
yeah, this I don't know if this video was ever uploaded on the internet. Okay, there's some of the early effects, which is on the internet, I think. How clear is that?
Are not being scorched. On occasion, however, it does have spontaneous combustion occurring in boards and in other objects, including concrete.
Yeah, that's not fun, George. It's kind of scary stuff. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off and fast forward it. See what